Audio Jungle.
For doing that, Ian. I just want to say thank you to both of you for being able to sit here and share some time and share your story with everybody and be, as on brand. You've been very helpful for folks. But I can't let you go without one last question, because I always want to know this from people. I think I'm big on giving people at least one thing to take away every time that they tune into these. I want to know what's one thing that we can do today that's going to make us better tomorrow. And that can be business related. It can be life stuff. It can be anything you want it to be. But what's one thing that we can do today that's going to make us better tomorrow?
So since we're talking about operational stuff anyway, or I've been talking about it anyway, and I mentioned documenting things, one of the easiest and best things, and this was a tip I got from a CLA conference, it was so obvious in hindsight. It's like, oh, of course you can do that. You're carrying around a camera with you all the time on your phone. Record video of something in your laundromat that you want done a particular way, and then use that for training your team. If you look for Liberty Laundry on YouTube, you can actually see some of our folding videos that we use for training our laundry attendants. And whenever we have new hires, we have them watch the YouTube videos about how to fold standard items. So shirts, pants, underwear, towels, that's always going to be folded pretty much the same way every time. And we hold our team to be very consistent on those things. And we always struggled with getting consistency before that, and then realized, I could just put my phone on a tripod, and you get a little iPhone mount for a tripod off of Amazon pretty easy. Just record it how you want it, or you can use our training videos. Take a look at those. And so now our team is a lot more consistent about how they fold things. And we've been using those videos for years and years. So
that's great advice, because how much frustration do you see when, as someone who's the owner of the business, you want it done like this. It's the way that I like to do it, and I want it done like this, but you didn't take the extra step. All you had to do was explain it. Guess what? You have a phone, you have a
and now you never have to explain it again. Just give them a link to the video saying, hey, you didn't do it right. Watch this, do what it shows in the video. And then from then on, you don't have to have that conversation anymore.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Ian, what about you? What's one thing we can do today that's going to make us better tomorrow?
Yeah, mine's pretty esoteric compared to that.
Nice.
I do have a two-part answer too, but for me in my life, I started doing this probably 12 years ago or 13 years ago. For me, it's when I'm in the shower. That's just the time that I get alone, that there's no other, intrusive things interrupting. But I take, maybe it's just 5 minutes or even 2 minutes to just, you could call it a prayer, you could call it a mantra, but I literally say out loud, help give me strength and wisdom to be a better servant tomorrow than I was today. How do I be a better business partner? How to be a better business owner? How do I be a better boss, employer? How do I be a better husband, right? And I want to do better at all those service roles that I have in my life, all the people in my life that I'm serving. And just saying that out loud, along with, just like a simple thank you, being thankful and having some gratitude, saying those things out loud, to me, it has really helped me, because every day I'm thinking, how do I be a better servant than I was yesterday? And, you're not going to get that in the back of your head the first year that you do that. But after doing it for 12 years, it does kind of, it sticks in your mind, and it helps you really put your priorities first and try to not give in too heavily to your own. We all have our own selfish reasons for everything, but when you do try and say, hey, how do I be a better servant today than I was yesterday? To me, it's just really been helpful. And then I guess the second thing for me, I probably dedicate 1 to 2 hours to education every day, as far as I'll listen to a business podcast, maybe I'll listen to a laundromat specific one, and then more of a broader business one, and then a history one, or I'm listening to a series on the human language and how all that was developed. And so I just try and spend a few hours, at least 1 hour a day, just making myself a more rounded, well-read person. Of course, I don't read. I just listen to stuff.
And the rest of your time goes to your dog Daisy, who is a well-rounded dog. So.
She's getting quite well-rounded. I'm still working on how to be a better dog owner, but I'm not in charge of her food, so that's the hard part. But yeah, no, those are the two things for me. I take some quiet time. I say prayer, and then the second part is I try and just become to be a better servant, you need to actually know more things. And so I try and dedicate an hour or two to self-improvement and education every day. And you learn a lot when you just say, hey, I'm going to take an hour or two to learn in the things I'm interested in. You learn a lot doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. I love both of those. I really like the kind of verbalizing the thing, right? Like put it out there, like say it, say what you're trying to be better at. Yeah. But you got to say it. And then, once you've said it, it's out there, and then you can write it down, right? If you can take maybe we just take a video of ourselves saying the thing, and then we've got that forever, right? Yeah. No, I think that's super great. Yeah. I mean, I think so much of it is verbalizing the thing, and then, on the learning piece, kudos to you, man. That's the hardest thing to do, to like block that time and to keep it sacred. And so to dedicate that time, I think that's really, really cool. And I'm going to steal that, because there's all kinds of stuff I want to read, but guess what I'm not doing? I'm not reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.